to the YouTube. I'm going to put that in the chat in just a little bit here so that y'all can see it as soon as my chat actually loads. Maybe still. There we go. There we go. All right, links in the chat for the YouTube should be up somewhat soon. Oh, well, thank you, for that post. Anyway, brief recap for what happened last week. Mainly, what happened was everybody met the fierce, the completely debonair and swashbuckler known as Captain Picklepaws Otterton, who is just the most dreadest of dread pirates. And there was a whole ship battle that ensued on the high seas between a pirate ship and there goes Skywolf. Okay, well, we'll hopefully get Skywolf back. Had a lot of technical difficulties last week, so let's hope that doesn't continue this week. Anyway, where we're at right now is the ship. The FMS Rock is very heavily damaged right now, and the captain's about to come out and give an announcement about what the crew is going to do. So after a few minutes of everybody kind of, gathering their spoils from the last battle, all the crew just kind of catching up, and I can't think of the word, but they're slowly getting over the adrenaline rush, right? And they're anyway. After a few moments of that, Captain Picklepaws announces to everyone, "We're going back to Darrell Port to reforge or repair the ship. Unfortunately, it's heavily damaged and we can't continue on our journey today." So he comes to the party and adventurers. He's immediately hugged very intensely by Freya, and this upsets Picklepaws, and Picklepaws decides that he's going to put her in the brig for the duration of the of the repairs. Yep. So Freya is now in the brig of the ship. Excuse me. And anyway, he comes back to the party after locking Freya up and says it's going to be a couple days to get everything fixed, so make sure to enjoy yourselves in Darrell Port, basically. And we keep losing Ganez and Fenric, or not Fenric, but Skywolf. That's weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys some time to roleplay a little bit here while the ship is journeying back to Darrell Port. Just sit around and enjoy it. Y'all can't interact with Freya because, one, he's not here, and two, he's in the brig. So I didn't assume his gender.
Well, Ganez is going to walk up to Picklepaws and ask him about javelins, and if he could have a few.
The javelins are for the crew and ship battles. Unfortunately, I need to keep the entire armory supply inventory, the entire inventory of javelins available for crew and ship battles. I cannot give you any.
But I did use some to fight off those pirates to save your ship.
As a point of order, we assume that you pulled some out of the barrels. So.
Okay.
So Picklepaws
I do have javelins, but okay.
Yeah. So Picklepaws says, "I saw you pull those out of my barrels."
Yes. But I did use them to defend your ship.
Which is what they were supposed to be used for.
Is my labor worth nothing?
No, it's not. Picklepaws, scurries back up to the helm.
Ganez, I've got 2 javelins for you if you have something you'd like to trade for them.
Okay. Like what?
What are you willing to trade?
Vulcan slowly walks up to Fenric and Ganez.
Well, I do have some rope, if you would like that.
All right. I got 2 javelins for 50 feet of rope.
Or, yeah.
All right. There you go.
Vulcan takes out his
All right.
greatsword, and he places it in such a way where he's using it almost as a cane, and is leaning forward onto it, and looks directly at Fenric and Ganez and says, "Well, well, well. Notice you boys recently came into some money. I was
Yes.
wondering if you boys was gonna share that with the rest of the class."
I was just doing the math on that in my head. All right. I'm giving each person at this point 15 gold, 50 copper, and 20 silver. So here you guys go.
Let me.
And I follow Finric and give everybody 1 gold, 1 silver piece, and 3 copper, including
I
Finric
lost
himself.
count. I lost count.
Add 16 gold, 51 silver, and how much copper? Can you say Fenric?
Copper, 53.
So add 1
I'm
is
giving
54. And then add minus just like 5 for
I'm
right
giving
now, Ganesh.
3 copper.
Oh, you're giving
6.
3 copper? Okay.
16 gold, 51
Yeah.
silver.
All right, and then 56 bronze.
Copper.
Wait, how much silver? My bad.
51,
51.
Okay.
56 copper.
So we do have bronze.
Yes. Yes, there is such a thing as bronzers. So, okay. Yeah, and then just Ganez, make sure to only minus like 5. So just minus 5 gold, 5 silver, and 15 bronze. Because Freya is unable to accept the money, which also Fenric makes sure to keep the money for Freya. So.
All right.
See, I knew you was keeping us in mind, and I start patting him on the back.
You're welcome.
Damien watching this from far away. I never knew Vulcan had
Now,
an
how much
accent.
did
Mind
Sorry.
your own business.
Damien heads back to the back of the ship and starts sharpening and cleaning all the knives he has.
Vulcan's counting his money, then decides he's gonna go read a book in his, I guess, empty chamber.
With no light.
He discovers as soon as he gets there that it actually has furniture. Oh,
Looks like HR came through.
specifically, he's going to read the book of spells that was given to him by Fenric.
We'll rarely take Sophia out for a walk.
I walk over to Damien.
Yes.
I've got a bit of a sensitive question for you about the job that you and Vulcan were on.
Sensitive. That's a cute word. Yes.
Did this job that you guys took, did it happen within the nation of Targon by chance?
No.
No. All right. I thought I might have had some info for you about that explosion that happened, but if it seems like it was a different incident.
Appreciate it.
All right. Later. I walk to my room.
Okay. We'll assume that y'all are done for the day when everybody goes to their room. So,
Damien is camping out on the stern of the ship, behind the helm.
oh, okay. So he's just gonna stay up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to walk through the powder room.
Okay. Go for it.
And try and see if there's any barrels that are like the size of a quart jar or something relatively small.
Okay. As you walk towards the powder room, there's a guard posted right outside of it, who is not going to let you in.
All right, I say hello to the guard and turn around and go to my room.
Okay.
Sophia starts nibbling on the bow on Damien's tail. Sophia, stop. Sorry, Damien.
It was the
So
bow.
she goes,
Oh wait, no, the bow's been gone. I meant to mention that. That bow's been gone.
well, there's a fragment.
No, like Damien took it and shredded up to practice when he sharpens his knives. So that bow's like been gone.
So he's just nibbling on a tail.
We hope not.
Me too.
Hey, Skywolf, check your messages on the chat.
And then they both, Rayleigh and Sophia, go to their room. Wherever that is.
Okay, so Rayleigh went to bed. Oh, dang it. Ginez? 15.
I don't blame him. That was a lot of numbers at once.
I
I wasn't ready.
Okay. All right, yeah, if you don't mind, Finnick, just post it in. No, Vulcan. No, that's the wrong number.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
You told us 51 silver.
I did, because Ginez went back and followed Finrick and gave out gold behind Finrick. Yeah, the
Yeah,
original
see,
number.
This is why I stopped giving a shit about how much money I got. I just wrote down what I was told.
I was literally just counting it all, so I have the wrong number too.
No, that's the correct number you should have. But for
Okay.
Ginez, you ready, Ginez? Ginez, you ready?
He's working on it. Well, I'm saying he's typing. Like it says he's typing.
Okay, you got 10 gold. All right. You have 43 silver. Okay.
Still says he's typing in the chat, so I don't think he's writing this down.
I don't think so.
Maybe he's writing it down in the chat.
I think he's delayed on our end.
Wait.
I'll just
1 gold, 1 silver, 3 copper. All right, yeah. That. Wait.
Okay. I have a crap ton of copper.
So let's just keep pushing the narrative forward. We don't need to go back asking questions. We got money. Money was handed out.
Okay. All right. Well,
do the math on your own side.
Yeah.
Okay. So the appropriate amount that everybody should have is in there. All right. And then Ginez, y'all know what to do. Y'all just minus those totals from your own.
We got it.
Anyway.
Somebody's got money. Somebody doesn't. We're good.
Cool. So yeah, it's Ginez and Skywolf. And Skywolf just walked away. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So I guess since for the most part, Skywolf, you gonna do anything before this day is over? I don't have your audio, bud. Are you muted?
Nothing.
You'll see a blue line at the bottom of your camera.
Mm-hmm. Ginez, you gonna do anything else before? While Skywolf fixes?
So technically, the mast is like
No,
where
I'm
I'm
just
at. It's
trying to
technically laid over
do
my head,
math in
right?
my head.
Yeah, no, it's hanging off to the right side of you.
All right, Damien scoots over to where it's like right over his head.
Is your mic muted in real life there, Skywolf? Wait, what did Damien do? I'm sorry.
I'm just making sure Damien was just making sure the thing was right over his head for some blockage of sunlight
I gotcha.
and for possible insurance fraud if it falls.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyway, none of y'all are going to do anything for the rest of the day, so towards the onset of night is when
Yeah, we got you now, Sky.
there you go. Towards the onset of night is when the rock finally gets back to port, and as y'all arrive, Pickle Paws sets some of his crew to just start doing some preliminary repairs just to make sure the boat doesn't take on, or the ship doesn't take on any water, and because y'all pretty much limp back to port. Anyway, yeah, so y'all are free to either sleep on the ship or try and get a room at an inn. I'll leave that up to y'all.
Okay, I did want to say, as we were coming into port, I just didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
As we were coming into port, as Damien saw that we were about to actually start tying up, Damien just yelled deep down into the ship, "Gland ho!" in the direction of Freya. I just wish Freya was
Land
here.
ho.
Upon hearing this, I go up to the top deck just to watch us go into port.
Okay.
I go up top
The
too.
let's see. Let me get y'all back to the port area.
Damien walks up to Pickle Paws and asks if he's going to need any help with the ship.
Oh, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same port.
There's this big ass map again.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's
Just
about
fine,
the
that's
same
fine, it'll
size
dot.
as the other map, but there's just a whole lot more on it.
And did you catch what I was saying about Damien and Pickle Paws?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me scope in over there on the boat. So yeah. You asked Pickle Paws that. As y'all are pulling in, Pickle Paws says, "No, we'll be able to handle everything. Just go and take care of any business that you may need to take care of, or find a job or two to earn some more coin."
Are you calling me a hobo?
Yes.
Fair enough. Damien walks away.
Pickle Paws holds his head up high as he shouts orders to his men. The closer y'all get to Darrell's port, the more beautiful it becomes. It's you see lights flickering in all of the windows, and you can hear the different shouts and cheers that go on near the taverns and even some of the military outposts. Again, y'all pull into the same pier that you had left from that exact morning, next to the military harbor. And yeah, the city's just kind of splayed out in front of you.
Question, DM.
Answer.
The blacksmith thing that we had discussed, was it here that we placed the order?
Yes, it was in Darrell that you placed the order.
Okay, I'm gonna go bug him.
Okay.
I was just waiting for something to be said about it. So
You, because of the items that you requested, you had to
I just
place
requested the one.
Okay, the item that you requested. I was trying to be vague. But the item that you requested was a special order, so you had to place it with the military blacksmith,
Okay.
whose office is closed right now, and he's home sleeping.
Oh, well, he missed out on a tip. All right, then. Going to the bar.
And me.
I'd
Okay.
like to head to the magic shop to see if they have any new wares.
Shit. Which one of these houses was the damn bar?
One of those
Uh,
squares.
Found it.
Yeah.
Nobody move. Whoever's sitting by the bar, don't move. All right, hold on. I am literally using you to figure out where the hell it is. Okay, all right, we're good.
Yep. So, oof, that is not at all how I wanted to zoom out. Anyway, and that's not at all how I wanted to zoom in. Okay. Okay. Well, things are happening on my side. There we go. That's decent. It's decent. Yeah. So the magic shop is closed for the day. Did that guy leave anyway? Or was that somebody else that left?
Huh?
The
What guy?
remember yeah, last session, y'all went to a certain store owner, I believe it was the magic
Oh, yeah,
shop.
the old man? Yeah.
Yeah, the old man
we,
left to go
we
find
sent
his
him off to die.
cousin in the library.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Well, at the very least, he's not there and his shop is closed.
All right.
So what's the deal with the items that I ordered?
So the specific items that you ordered are going to be available with the armorer from last time, who is out of town, and it's his young apprentice who is in charge of things right now.
Okay. I'm gonna just head over to him then.
Okay.
Damien's walking up to the barkeep. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
What would you say your finest drink is here?
Our finest drink is the man, I gotta think of a good name. I was just gonna go straight off with like a Parisian, but yeah, you know what? Fine, let's go for it. It's a Parisian red wine.
Wine.
Yes.
I'll just take a big thing of ale.
Consider it done. That'll be a silver, please.
Damien tosses 3. I was never here.
Understood. Thank you very generously, sir. He hands you the biggest tub of ale that he has. It is almost the size. Actually, he just hands you a pitcher.
I was trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to carry a tub. All right. Is the room downstairs still open? Do I have to pay extra for that?
No, nobody's renting it right now, so it is used as extra space for sailors.
How much is it to rent?
For a night, it'll be about 3 gold pieces to rent the whole floor.
All right, Damien hands off 6. Just keep in mind that I was never here.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
And he goes down below, finds a room, and I'm not going to talk about what he does after that.
Okay. So, yeah, after a few moments of Damon going down the first floor, the bartender comes down and tries to shoo out all the patrons that were there. It takes some time before they actually leave. And he works his way back up to the ground floor. Or upstairs.
So this is late at night.
I wouldn't say late at night. It's probably about 6 o'clock, 7.
Okay.
I'd like to walk into the bar and see if there's any wanted posters or any sort of advertisements on the bar walls.
Okay.
I'm following Fenric.
Okay. You find that there is a job posting for specifically for somebody that can help solve a murder.
Okay.
It says anybody that's interested, come to the civilian docks at 7 in the morning, between 7 and 8 in the morning.
I share this with the rest of the group and see if there's any interest in doing it.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
I'm interested, but I'm not actually there.
Okay.
Me and Damien shit-faced.
Skywolf, how do you feel about solving a murder?
I prefer to commit them.
Alrighty then.
It's
But
him.
you know what?
So the two spellcasters are going on an adventure.
Well, why don't we wait till morning to see if anyone else is sober and like to join?
Yes.
Have fun storming the castle.
I think I'm the only one drinking right now. So was that specifically aimed at Damien?
It wasn't then, but I guess it is now. I wait for the morning to ask Damien if he wants to join.
Okay.
Good luck with that one.
Still wanted to go see The Apprentice.
Okay. Well, you get to the apprentice shop and it's closed.
Great. Vulcan punches the door.
Okay.
Goes
A
back
guard,
to
co-
the,
a guard walks by as you punch the door and kind of eyes you for a moment.
I
waiting
am
for you
right
to make
back.
a move.
Vulcan punches the guard.
No, he's looking at me. I'm just looking at him. What?
Well, you punched the door. He might think that you're trying to break in, so he's just kind of like standing there watching you to
No,
see
I'm
if you're going
looking
to do
at him,
anything.
and I give him the same look he just gave me.
He's still staring at you.
Vulcan's
fine.
going to jail.
That's fine. I'm going back to the bar.
Okay. As you start to walk away, he shrugs his shoulders and starts to walk away in the opposite direction.
Cool.
So, cool. So Fenric and Damien are done for the night. Anyone else?
Please assume that you told me, you know, the thing when I got to the bar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We can work it like that. Anyone else want to do anything? No conversations. No getting into pub brawls with each other. Or, as in, fighting on the same side and fighting
Okay.
other people.
I do want to throw out throughout the night. The room is not going to be intact by the time the night's done. I'll just put it that way.
Do we hear this commotion?
You can make a perception check, but not until everybody says that they're going to be done for the night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's periodically throughout the night. It's not like it's not like Damien's just doing it all now. It's like, fuck this room and just wrecked it.
Okay, then I guess what I'll do is I'll just get a room. And then flip through the Book of Spells again.
Okay.
Yeah, really just gonna go for a walk and then journal and meditate and get a room.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my room.
There's not a lot of rooms in here. I'm just assuming this is
There's one next
representing-
door. Never mind, it got
representing
took. Oh shit, this is a double bed. All right, you're sleeping on the floor.
Wait, it's a
Are there
double
literally
bed
only
with
2
house.
rooms?
There's as many
What was
rooms
it
as
downstairs, right?
there are.
And upstairs.
So this is just a room to represent that we're in our rooms, whatever.
You can't get in this one because Damien blocked the doorway.
I'm not in that one. I'm in another one.
I think I'm sitting on the table. Hold up. I was sitting on the table. That's a table, right?
Sure. I can't see it yet. I'm still trying to scroll in very slowly so that I don't.
Yeah, it is a table. It looks like a table. Fuck it, I'm sitting on the table.
Can y'all see Ganez?
No.
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 Okay. I'm gonna tell him to refresh. Yeah, that is a table. Let me see what's happening with Ganez real quick. Okay. So y'all going to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Just give me 2 more seconds here. Okay. So I want Vulcan to make a perception check, please.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. As well as Fenric.
Let's make an actual dice. 19 plus, what do we got here? 3, so 22.
So 22. Okay, cool.
Fenrir got 10.
All right. Skywolf, are you sleeping in the tavern or on the ship? Skywolf,
Yeah.
are you sleeping in the tavern or on the ship?
Ship, of course.
Okay, cool. Well then, you won't hear any of what's about to go on.
I mean, I'm not currently on the ship. I think I'm gonna go and explore the town.
Okay. Wait, so you're not going to bed yet?
Nope.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do?
I kind of wanna spy on these guys. Make sure they're.
Okay.
I don't trust them.
Okay.
Not after what they did to my ship.
Roll for roll for stealth.
I got an 18, and then I believe I have a +4.
Okay. So 18 plus 4 is 22. What was your perception roll, Vulcan?
22.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. Skywolf.
Yep.
As you watch him, you remain unseen throughout the night, except for by Vulcan, who notices a shadow moving outside the tavern walls and windows. Is there anything else you want to do, Skywolf, since they're all kind of going to bed?
No. I just want to
Okay.
keep an eye on them.
Are you going to keep an eye on them throughout the night, or are you going to go to bed on the ship?
Throughout the night.
Throughout the night? Okay.
Yep.
Roll a perception check for me as well, Skywolf.
Is 15, and do I have anything +3?
So an 18.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a pirate. I don't know math.
Noted. All right. So Rayleigh and Ganez. Man, I don't know what's going on with Ganez. I cannot get him. But Rayleigh and Ganez, throughout the night, y'all don't really hear or see much of anything. Y'all definitely don't see Skywolf. But as it gets closer to midnight, you'll notice that there's some loud bangs and stuff coming from inside Damien's room. But you're kind of tired from the day, and you'll just go back to sleep and don't really notice much at all. Fenric, you sleep soundly throughout the night and don't hear anything, especially about what I'm about to announce. Vulcan. Very suddenly, around midnight, you're woken up by the sound of whispering. You wake up and look and see Damien fast asleep in a cold sweat, and he's whispering to himself. He's whispering things like, "Please, not my family. Please, no. Please, not me." His nightmare becomes so traumatic that he begins to scratch at himself with his nails. And he even digs them into... He makes such tight fists at times that he causes his hands to bleed. Damien, you have a very vivid nightmare of a tall woman whose skin is kind of scaly and with red hues. It gets redder closer to her back. It's very pale on the stomach and chest area. She's completely nude, but it's not really in a sexual way. It's more, I don't know. It is
You're either
seductive,
nude or
but...
you aren't.
Huh? Well,
I said you're either nude or you aren't. Come on.
She is, but it's kind of seductive, but also kind of terrifying. And she has two very curly horns coming out of her forehead that are a brown color. And she has a very long red tail. And she seems, throughout your nightmare, to be torturing you. Saying things like, "Soon you'll be mine," and such.
By the way, I'm just waiting for you to finish describing what's happening.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, Vulcan kicks Damien.
Damien, I'll leave that up to you if Damien wakes up or not.
No, Damien's shit-faced drunk. He's not waking up.
All right.
Vulcan,
Damien does not wake up, no matter what you do to him.
just want to make a note that I'm kicking him repeatedly.
Okay.
Then when I notice he doesn't wake up, I leave him there.
Where else did you said she was pale on her stomach, and where else?
She's pale on her stomach and chest. And as you look up her neck, or towards her back and sides, or down her legs, she becomes more red.
Okay, so like the front of her is pretty much pale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not like a dragon.
I kind of get the imagery you're going at.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Fenric, no, you guys don't still have your friendship rings on. But as you sleep, you also have a dream, and it is of a kind of heavenly angel with kind of a blue light almost glowing out of her, emanating from her. And she hugs your cheek with one of her hands, or cradles your cheeks, and says, "Everything's going to be okay." And that's all you remember.
Question, DM.
Answer.
And I look at her eyes.
Okay. Yeah, you looked at her eyes.
I'm asking, did I catch what they look like?
Yep. They were, I gotta describe them. Sorry. It's gonna take me a minute.
You're a little muffled.
Mm-hmm. I have a piece of cake in my mouth.
No, your mic's muffled.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a little
Sounds
better.
like it's covered with something.
I don't know what I did. All right,
Covered in
so
cake.
no, it's not.
Jiggle the wire or something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that could have been as easy as that. Yes, her eyes are kind of, they're very wide, and as they get towards the nose, they slant down a little bit, making her almost have a perpetual smirk with I don't know, her eyes kind of slant down, um, and they are I can't think of the white parts of your eye, but the white parts are black, and the irises are a deep red with gold kind of flecks throughout to where it looks like almost like her eyes are fire itself. And there's just a deep blackness for the pupil like normal.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Vulcan, one last thing that you hear Damien whispering. You hear him whispering. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Just want to make sure I have it right. You hear Damien whispering, "Intergast." And correct me if that's the correct way to pronounce it, Damien.
Yeah, it's the right way.
Okay, Intergast. Repeatedly.
Okay.
And not much else happens, and it's the next night, or the next day. Ganes is just going to be sound asleep, apparently. Bixby. Oh, no, that showed up.
Alright, so I go in the main area to get some breakfast.
Okay.
Damien's still passed out.
Yes, Fenner.
Yeah.
Oh. I saw you ping out your character there, Finn, and I was like, oh, okay. What do you want? Yeah, so the barkeep brings down a pretty good array of smoked sausage and bacon, a couple biscuits, and some fried tomatoes.
I asked
Nice.
the barkeep, do you have any carrots or fresh fruits or veggies?
I have a roll of cat or a head of cabbage upstairs, ma'am.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you.
Very well. That'll be a silver, please.
Okay. And I hand over a silver and take Sophia out and put her on the stool next to me.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. He heads upstairs, and it's a few more minutes to. He takes a little longer than probably is necessary to grab the head of cabbage. He might be a little slighted that you didn't leave him a tip, but he comes back downstairs after a few moments and hands you the head of cabbage and walks back upstairs.
Well, I was going to tip him, but he already walked back upstairs. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave a silver on the table. So 2 silver.
Okay.
And Sophia happily munches away on her cabbage.
We'll see about that. Where's my D20?
She does it
Is the rabbit.
unhappily.
She chokes.
No!
She does actually nibble happily on the cabbage.
She
Yes,
what?
I really. She actually does nibble happily on the cabbage. You're correct on
Okay.
that. This
I thought
time.
you said she actually did choke.
No, not choke. I'm sorry. You got scared for a moment.
What would be the other option?
Well, can't reveal all my
Okay.
my tips
What
and
do I
tricks.
have to roll to learn rabbit CPR?
Medicine. Not learn. Why would you learn it?
Oh, I can just heal her if I need to.
Maybe. Depends on the circumstance. So, yep. So it's the
Well,
next
if
day.
there's
It's
like a
about
local
6 in the morning.
SPCA. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's the next day. It's about 6 in the morning, and nice sunshiny day.
All right, so how did everyone sleep last night?
I slept like a rock. It was great.
I can imagine just like a stupid smile on Fenrich's face.
I saw someone sneaking around outside, and then Damien had a fever dream.
Did you catch who it was sneaking around?
No, but I listened to see if it mattered. They didn't hurt me, so I didn't really care.
All right.
There's a lot of people in this town. I assume I don't know everything.
Oh, Skywolf, just kind of a. Sorry. You noticed Damien having the dream, and you noticed pretty much everything that Vulcan noticed, so you can know that.
Is the armorer shop open?
Alright, you can check it out.
I go to check I mean, it seems early, but let's just go to the shop again.
Well, it's not like he's stuck like hours on his door. So 6 o'clock in the morning, about 6:30. He had some breakfast, I'm assuming. Oh, there's
I'm sorry?
Ganesh. Finally. I assume you had some breakfast.
Sure.
Can you all hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep, there you are, Ganesh. Well, maybe not.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. I assume that nothing much has happened while I was away.
Actually, a good deal has happened, but don't worry, you didn't notice it anyway. Oh, the mighty Ganesh
Just Ganezen.
just fell asleep. So finally, Ganesh wakes up, and apparently the smell of smoked sausage kind of woke him up, and now he's a little hungry, I guess. But you walk down to the armor, and you see that he is in fact open.
Go inside.
Okay. Hello, Master Half Elf. How may I help you?
Where's
Says the
my
red-
armor?
Excuse me, sir?
I ordered some armor and a cake. Is it in yet?
Oh, you ordered some armor and a cape. Well, let me see. What's your name, sir?
Vulcan. Vanderboer.
And last name?
Vanderboer.
Vanderboer. Okay, give me one moment here. He flips through a ledger that is held underneath a counter. Ah, yes, it seems that Master Ingband is working on that. He's out of town right now and probably won't be back for a while yet. You can try next week, though.
A while yet. Is my armor finished or not?
I'm afraid it hasn't had the time to start it. Apparently, after you placed the order was the day after you placed the order, he had to leave on business, but he'll be back next week, and you can try and pick up your armor then.
What race is this guy?
He's human.
Okay, in Elvish, I just shout fuck.
Okay.
And I'll leave and go back to the bar.
Well,
Cool.
Dean, after his night of drinking, how's Damien feeling this morning?
How's Damien feeling?
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything or anything like that?
Yeah, make a constitution check.
He's feeling great. That's a 3.
Well, play him as if he is feeling like utter crap.
He's still in bed.
Yeah. Well, technically, he's on the desk, or the table.
Sure, yeah, all right, yeah, he passed out on the desk. Yeah, he's
I
on the,
kicked
that's
him
why he's
all the
feeling
way
so
on the desk. What kind of kicks was I doing?
I passed out on the desk, knocked everything over.
Well, that's where he is on the map.
I mean, it works.
Well, in that case, yes, he wakes up with a pretty bad headache.
Bruises in his sides.
Bruises in his sides, yes. He's waking up with a bunch of fresh wounds. Some of them have already begun to kind of scab over. Mainly
Does
the
he
wounds are
remember
on...
the dream?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Some high ass kicks.
Massive headache. His back aches. And yeah. So.
I say he
Yes,
walks
sir.
about a foot, then he collapses into the chair next to the desk.
Sounds good.
Just not moving.
Excuse me. Okay, cool. So he does that. He hears the voices of other people outside. But yeah.
Outside of his own head, right?
Yes, outside of his own head.
Okay,
in the main dining area.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Just have to be sure now.
I understand. It's all good.
Would the general store be open?
You can try.
I think
It
if the
is about
armor
30
open,
minutes
the general
before you're supposed to meet before you're supposed to go to the civilian dock to meet the dude for the murder mystery.
All right, I rush on over to the general store to see if it is open.
It's closed. No, I'm just kidding. It's open. Okay, so you go in and they have a whole bunch of adventure gear. Mainly some pretty old and barely usable swords, rope, some rations, a couple bags, some cloaks, some regular clothes, stuff like that.
Okay.
You look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to sell 50 feet of rope and a crowbar.
Okay.
I have extra of those.
Okay. Cool. The general store manager says, "Well, I can give you about 2 silver for each of these, sir."
All right, works for me. Thank you.
Cool.
And then I look around and I like to buy 10 arrows and some fishing line.
Okay. 10 arrows and some fishing lines probably going to come to a silver and a half.
All right. I pay the man and walk out of the store.
Okay. So that's 1 silver and 5 bronzers, just so you know.
Okay.
Cool. Anyone else want to do anything? You'll have about 30 minutes to do something.
Ooh,
I'm
hang
good.
on. Go ahead. I'm trying to think of something.
Good, I think. Actually, I did want to get some cooking equipment.
Okay. So you have to go to the general store for that.
Cook's utensils, specifically.
Cook's utensils.
What?
They're cook's
What was that?
utensils.
Yeah,
Okay.
utensils.
Like forks or like cooking knives and spatulas and such.
Like just like a kit of like a pot and spoon and just some basic cooking equipment.
Okay. So you can either go to the general store or there is a cooking store that's just one building over from the tavern.
I'll go over to the cooking store.
Okay. So you go there and everything is, all nice and neat. And there's a rather fat man dressed all in white with a white chef's hat, who is speaking with a very interesting accent and is bustling here and there. And he says, "Of course, we must make this place beautiful for the ball tonight. The people in the mayor will love it. It'll be the best thing ever. Oh, hello, Master Turtle. How can I help you?"
I need some basic cooking ware. I have nothing. Nothing. I've had to eat raw fish, raw leaves, raw cotton balls. I need cookware.
He looks at you aghast and just completely, utterly like his whole life is about to end at this news. "Oh, you poor thing! How could this happen to you? Of course I will set you up. Come here, come with me quickly, quickly. We will get you all the very best items. Here," he starts pulling out a bunch of pots and pans and all sorts of utensils, some spatulas, some ladles, big ass spoons, several fancy ass looking knives that have a gold inlay on them, and just all this stuff that Ganesh is never ever going to use. A cutting board, he gets you a cutting board. He gets you all those like little fancy dancy things. The what are they called? The little dishes. Monkey dish, not monkey dishes. It's something else. Ramekins. He gets you a bunch of ramekins for if you make like a sauce and you want to hand it off to people. He says, "Here you go. It will be about
Okay.
20 gold, but for you, I'll give you a discount. It'll be 17 gold and 5 silver, sir." Oh, that went a little off of French there.
Went
So
from French to
17 gold
pirate.
and 5 silver.
A little pirating
Mon
there.
ami.
Yeah.
There, corrected it. Retcon the other thing. Corrected it. Mon ami, he says.
I will give you I will buy all this, and I will give you 7 gold and this 5 silver pieces. And I'll also give you an extra tip. And I hand him an extra gold piece. So
Okay.
18 gold, 5 silver pieces.
Oh, thank you. You are so kind. Here, for your generosity, I will also give you my very own, personally designed by me, brand new non-stick pan. Guaranteed never to have a steak or a fish stick to the bottom of this thing ever again. A 50 gold value, but for you, a friend of mine, of course I shall give it to you for 1 gold. Here, and he pushes it
I
into your
couldn't quite
hands
hear
along with
what
the
the
whole.
actual item was.
Oh, it's his very own personal brand that he made himself, non-stick pan. So, yes, he hands it to you, and you
Okay.
obviously have this large pile of other cookware. It's a 50 gold value for that pan, by the way.
I
So
will
you're getting
take
a deal.
it. And I give him an extra 50 gold.
No.
I will
No.
give it to you.
No. He's giving it to you
So
for
19
1
gold?
gold.
Yes?
No. Yes, 19 gold. And 5
Okay.
silver.
So 19 gold. I'll just give you 20 gold and count it even.
You're too kind, Master Turtle. You're too kind. Here, for this, I shall
Easy.
also give you my
Easy
very
math.
own. Yes, for this, I shall also give you my very own personal brand of spices. They are a 400 gold value, and I give them to you for 5 silver. Here.
Stop being nice to each other.
So what happens? He
I
is
gave
French.
him
He's
1
taking
extra
pity.
gold piece.
He is a chef that obviously cares very much about his
With
profession
spices.
and finds it a very, almost criminal offense that this turtle has no cookware of any kind.
Okay, Damien's gonna try and walk out of the room to at least the bench in the center.
Okay. He stumbles a little bit as he gets to the door, and when he opens it, his head is just filled with a whole bunch of pain from all the light. And even though, Rayleigh and Vulcan and, well, not Skywolf, but Rayleigh and Vulcan are just kind of sitting around, talking amongst themselves, presumably, at normal voices. He says, "Please stop yelling," or whatever. It's
Shut the
as
fuck
loud.
up.
Yeah, that's what Damien says.
Morning,
You know what
princess.
I'm going for.
Damien doesn't even hear Vulcan.
So are all his wounds bad enough that we notice? Do I need to roll for perception or?
No, they're pretty. I mean, some of them are kind of scabbed over,
Okay.
but some of them are pretty fresh and red looking, even on Damien's red skin.
Okay.
What is that? I guess it would be Charlie Brown. Peanuts. So whenever they just fall face down on the ground, their arms are just completely still and shit like that. Damien's like that, except on the table. He's sitting on the bench, but he's just face first on the table. Arms just dangling off the side of him.
As Damien sits down, Fenric and Kenez come back from their special adventures that they had and, enter the room again.
I walk over to Rayleigh and whisper, "Is he all right?" Or What's up with Damien?
I don't know. I was just about to approach him, but I was nervous. Okay. So I don't. Oh wait, that's gonna. Damien, are you okay?
Stop talking. Your breathing is giving me a headache.
Damien, are you okay?
Oh, that's worse. Ah. Go away.
You were saying words in your sleep.
Damien just doesn't hear Vulcan.
Something about overcast or interweb. What was it? What was it?
Your mom is fat.
Intergast. That's what it was.
Damien painfully sits up. Say that name again.
What did I say? Intergast. You kept saying that over and over in your sleep as I watched you.
Watched?
You were screaming. I had to come see if you were still there.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Logan, shut the fuck up. And he falls back down.
Yeah, do you think? I don't care.
Church bell from somewhere rings out. 7
No!
It's now 7 o'clock.
Okay, well, let's see.
Is there like a bucket nearby?
Yeah, sure.
Where?
Just to your left.
So like it's in reaching distance, or I gotta get up?
It's in reaching distance.
Okay, good. Damien reaches for the bucket and just tries to fit it over his head, but gets pissed off with the horns because it doesn't fit over his head and just chucks it across the room.
Vulcan laughs.
Okay, well, Rayleigh picks up the bucket and she creates water and leaves it by Damien.
Damien doesn't even catch this.
And then says to Fenric, should we go solve a murder?
I mean, I'm still down for that. Yeah.
Anyone else want to join?
I need to go find a facial reconstructionist or something.
Are you unhappy with the shape of your nose or something? What's up?
I don't like a scar on my face, Fenric.
Damien forces out a laugh.
The arcane shop or the potion shop might have something for you.
Maybe a potion of remove scar or something.
With like alter self, or maybe even like a polymorph might do it.
I'm looking for a more permanent solution.
Yeah. Not sure to help you on that one. I don't have any spells for that quite yet.
Okay.
Damien's got like so many witty things he could say right now. He just can't. Damien just suddenly yells, "Stop breathing!"
I kind of squeak my shoes as I walk out the door.
I
Just a
will
little
kill
bit, not
whoever that was.
loudly, just enough.
I will kill whoever that was.
Sophia accidentally knocks something over as we leave.
Sophia tries to knock something over, but she bumps into a plant and is unable to knock it over. Just kind of like, she just kind of like rubs against it all cute, like a cat, kind of like nuzzling. But that's all that happens.
That sounds like Sophie.
As I get up from the table, I go like this. All right, time to get out of here.
Actually, at this point, Damien's been passed out again.
Ginez noticed nothing other than everybody's walking out. So he walked as well.
Lost you there for a second.
But it's just a tiefling downstairs and passed out on the table.
Okay.
I'm about to find out if that bartender's trustworthy.
Well, let's see. Okay. So, yeah. So the party goes on to minus Damien. Goes
I'm actually
on.
not going.
You're not going?
I'm going to the magic shop
Oh.
that Generic suggested.
Okay. Well, cool. So you head that way.
Yeah.
The civilian dock is closer, so anyone who's going to the civilian dock, raise your hand. Okay. What's Skywolf doing over there?
I don't know, probably just wander around the ship, making sure everything's better.
Okay.
After
So, helping repair the ship for the day. Okay. Cool. The civilian dock is closer than the apothecary. So, Rayleigh, Fenric, and Ginez show up and they find a man just kind of standing on a few crates. He's dressed in a purple suit, purple jacket, purple, pantaloons. Feels right. Black boots, and a white button-up shirt. And he's standing up there and he goes, "Will nobody help me out? I could use some help, please."
Generic NPC waiting to give out a quest.
Yes.
Sir, what's this commotion about? What do you need help with?
Oh, thank you, Master Genesee. I really could use the help, sir. Somebody's murdered my best friend.
This is the old man. Please tell me it's the old man.
And what's your best friend's name, sir?
His name is Harry O'Henry.
He's a Marvel superhero.
So, about this time, Vulcan gets to the apothecary.
Who's at the counter?
The old lady from before.
I don't think Vulcan did go there once, huh?
I didn't go there.
Yeah,
He did
alright,
not
so
go
yeah,
there, but it's
was me
an
and
old
Freya.
lady. Yeah.
That was me and Freya.
Good day, madam.
Oh, hello. Young half-elf, how may I help you?
What race is she? Just
Human.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the
Generic.
scar on my face?
Oh, yes, it looks quite nasty.
Is there some magic or a potion or something, or like a cream that can remove this from my face?
Blush.
Well, I hear that some women that go out and do certain plays in the square can use a thing to make things disappear, but it's not permanent. Same with my potions.
I'm looking for a more permanent solution.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you out then, sir. I'm very, very sorry. I do have a couple potions of polymorph that'll give it, make it disappear for a day or two.
That won't be necessary. Do you
Sorry,
know of
I couldn't
anyone
help
who
you.
may be able to help me?
No, I'm afraid not. Not around these parts, anyway.
Thank you for your time, madam.
Sorry I couldn't be any more help, young man. Hope you find a solution to your problem. All right, so back to the pier.
I head the way towards the pier, by the way.
You head towards the civilian pier?
To where everybody else was going. Since
Okay.
you said it was closer, so I guess I passed them.
Yeah, sure. You pass them
So,
up, so you know where
I'm
it's at.
just going back.
So yeah, so back to Finnert, Rayleigh, and Ganez at the civilian pier. No other questions? He's kind of the man in the purple is kind of looking pleadingly at all of y'all.
I just
Will
want
you
to
help
know.
me, sirs and ma'am? What's Damien doing?
I just want to know that Damien is awake and crawling up the stairs to the bartender.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Finnert. Sorry.
Where can we? Do you have any leads on this for your friend? Where we might find him?
So you're gonna help me?
Well, maybe. I mean, I'd like to know more information first.
Come this way, right this way. Just follow me, and I'll show you his body.
I hesitantly follow him.
This is how you get murdered. You answer and help for murder.
So
I will follow too.
as Vulcan starts walking up to the pier, he sees everybody following this man in a purple suit north back towards the bar.
I just follow at a normal pace.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Gotta get the accent. Thank you so much for helping. My name's Brian O'Brien, and I'm so ever pleased that you are gonna help me through this.
Another Marvel character.
You're welcome, sir. But we haven't done anything yet.
Oh, I know, but I'm just sure you're gonna solve this issue.
Yeah,
You
the
see-
murderers are right around the corner.
You see, Harry, he was my best friend in the whole world. Terribly sad to see him go. And his family was oh so caring.
Well, I'm sorry he passed.
I understand, it's quite alright. So after a few moments of traveling, you'll pass.
Why do you think Henry was murdered? And it says,
Wow, that's pretty smart for the turtle. So yeah, Brian O'Brien kind of stops for a second. Well, I'm not entirely sure. You see, his brother, that'd be Henry O'Henry. He was a nice fellow, and sorry,
Mario.
I'm
Luigi
laughing
Mario.
I'm laughing so much at the names I created just for myself. Oh, jeez. So anyway, Henry O'Henry is such a nice man. Can't imagine he'd do anything to his brother.
Have I rejoined the group?
Maybe his father did something. I'm not entirely sure. His father was always a very strange man.
And what was his father's name?
I guess I have.
His father's name is Harold O'Henry.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go. We're getting better. Another H name. We're good.
okay. 3 Henrys. Okay, I can remember this.
3
Guinness
Henrys and a
just
cup.
says to himself.
He's not gonna remember this. Ginez giving himself a pep talk in the morning.
So, Mr. Brian O'Brien, how did Harry O'Henry die exactly? Was he stabbed, bludgeoned? How did he go about his death?
He was poisoned, sir.
Oh,
Poison.
Lord.
Was it by any poison that you recognize? A particular plant or anything of that nature?
Well, not that I recognize right away. You see, I don't have much myself. My father, Brian O'Brien III, well, he was an honest man. Taught me mostly about fishing, and that's pretty much all I know about.
So where did your friend die?
He died in his own home, at his own dinner table.
Who else was at the dinner table?
Ah, there were 3 people there. His father, Harold O'Henry, as I mentioned before, his brother, Henry O'Henry, and a girl that they were both kind of sweet on. Her name is Kelly O'Kelly.
The girl did it.
And where can we find this Kelly O'Kelly?
She lives next door to Harry O'Henry. Well, she did anyway, while he was still alive.
How long ago did he die?
Just a couple days ago.
And she already moved?
No, she hasn't moved yet. He's dead. He can't live there no more, so they're not next door neighbors, see?
Gotcha.
Don't worry,
Oh.
it doesn't smell too much over in his apartment yet. Or his house. Not apartment, house. I'd call it.
His body's still there?
Yes, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? He's just an honest fisherman. He doesn't know this.
Okay. Can you tell me where these houses are?
He's leading you actively to them right now.
Okay.
So, after a few moments, y'all journey a little bit away from the waterfront, and you'll get to a row of houses that are rather ramshackle, and I mean, they're not like just hovels or anything, but they're definitely old and could probably use some repair work. Definitely belong to poorer people. You notice names on the different mailboxes that are in front of the houses. You pass up Brian O'Brien the second, Brian O'Brien the third, Brian O'Brien the fourth, Harold O'Henry, Henry O'Henry, Harry O'Henry, and then Kelly O'Kelly.
Damien rolls down the stairs.
Damien's just kind of like wandering around, like trying to crawl and.
Well, he's trying to
roll.
crawl up the steps, but he's done failed twice.
He needs some milk.
Get that man some protein.
Alright,
So-
so what are we doing? Are we gonna check out the apartment first or knock on Kelly's door?
It's a house.
God, that sounded like a song. Knock on Kelly's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on
Hey.
Kelly's door. Oh,
You can't
hey,
sing, you have
hey,
to sing
I
it
said
to
Kelly.
take
I'm
me out
sorry.
to the ball game.
You're right.
Why don't we check out the apartment first?
Okay. It's a house.
The house, sorry.
House.
It's okay.
It's a
I'm gonna
flat.
move over here because I need to be
The
centered.
house apartment.
It's a house. It's a house that's as big as an
House-
apartment.
Housemint.
House apartment.
House.
They're probably
That'd
all
be a
weirdly
townhome.
attached in some way.
They are not. But at least that you can see above ground. So yeah, okay. So y'all go into Harry O'Henry's house, And the smell does greet you. It's definitely there. Brian O'Brien apparently seems to have a bad nose. Must come from years and years of fishing, getting used to a certain terrible smell. Anyway, so yeah, it's in the front as y'all walk in, and you see the body of Harry O'Henry just kind of there, you know, on the dining room floor, if you can call it a dining room. It's really like the whole house is really like 2 rooms, one a kitchen and one a living room slash dining room slash anything, and then an upstairs, which is just a bedroom.
So who did he say was at the dinner?
I searched his.
Kelly O'Kelly. Really
Kelly
runs
O'Kelly.
outside.
So
Really runs outside to dry heave.
okay, so Vulcan, the 3 people that were there besides Harry O'Henry was Henry O'Henry, his brother,
Mm-hmm.
Harold O'Henry, his father, and Kelly O'Kelly.
I searched the whole house to see if there are any fish.
Okay. You don't find any fish. Roll for investigation.
Oh. $11.
11. Okay. You don't find any fish.
I would like to investigate the body for anything particularly unusual, like blue lips or like bruises on the skin or anything of that nature that would show a certain type of poison being used.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. I hope nobody tries to watch me after what I'm about to Google.
Incognito.
I feel like that would make it worse. FBI, he's looking for something incognito.
So we're like thousands of other teenage boys.
No, sir. This has to deal with poisons. I think it's something serious.
What does a poisoned dead body look like?
No, I don't need get poison control. Thank you. All right.
At least they care.
That's true. That's true. You're right. Okay. You see his left hand is kind of stuck clutching at his heart or chest, and that his his whole body seems to display more of the signs for asphyxiation.
I walk outside and I ask Rayleigh, do you know of any plants that would cause asphyxiation?
Oh my god, this dude choked on his own food. Alright. Curious if that ends up being the outcome. My bad.
Is that something I can roll for, like nature or investigation? Or...
Yeah, you know what? Make a nature check. Well, no. No, if you don't know, just say that your character doesn't know. And then you can go and look and. Or just say, you know what, I'm not sure. Let me go make a nature check and see what it might be.
Okay. I'm not sure. Let me go. Have you like looked inside his mouth to see if anything's in there?
No, I just looked on the outside, and from what I can tell, he was clutching at his chest as if he might have had a heart attack or something like that, and then he's showing signs of asphyxiation, from what I could see.
Okay. I don't know of anything off the top of my head, but I'll go
What is
look at his mouth
asphyxiation?
and see.
Ginez asked.
He was having a hard time breathing.
Oh, okay.
Kinez thinks to himself, I have a hard time breathing every day. It's very hard to remember the steps.
Okay, so Rayleigh picks up a stick and goes in and kind of pokes at Harry O'Henry's mouth. Sees,
Okay.
to see if
Just
anything's
before,
in there.
as y'all start to head into the house, the door to Kelly O'Kelly's house opens, and out steps Kelly O'Kelly and Henry O'Henry.
Oh.
Suspicious.
Wait, Harry. Wait, who was murdered again? Harry.
Yeah.
Harry
no, right?
O'Henry. Harry O'Henry was murdered. Henry O'Henry is his brother. Harold O'Henry is their father.
Okay, so Harold O'Henry came out.
No. Henry O'Henry came out.
For fuck's sake.
Is that your final answer, Rafa?
The brother came out.
That's what I said the first time, Damien.
That wasn't me that said that.
Well, y'all having trouble keeping these names straight or something? Man, these are just names that I know. Anyway. So, yeah, they notice y'all and kind of, I don't know. They notice y'all, and Henry O'Henry just walks back to his house. And Kelly O'Kelly goes back inside her house.
Ginez goes back to Brian O'Brien and asks him, "So Ryan, tell me, how did Eric die on the body?"
What? What did Ganesh say?
Who
I'm sorry.
found Henrik's body?
Who found the body?
Who found Henrik's body?
Who found the dead man's body?
Yes, Henrik. He's right there in front of us.
I'm
Can
sorry,
I-
I don't know what you mean, Henrik. Who the heck is Henrik?
I'm
This
so
is-
glad I'm not
This
there.
is Harry O'Henry.
Henrik, right here.
Dead. Yes, he's dead.
You said Henrik before.
I
I
said
know it.
Harry. I've always said Harry.
Who
He was
found-
my best friend, for crying out loud.
Brian, excuse my French for a moment. Who found your friend's body?
Well, it was kind of three of them. It was kind of Henry and Harold and Kelly, as he died right in front of them at the dinner table.
Did they all have genuine surprise on their face when it happened, or how did they react?
Well, I can't say much about that for myself. I didn't see him. But I did notice the next morning when the cops were coming by. That's how I discovered the whole thing.
Who reported Henrik's body?
His name is Harry. Harry.
I still want to
He
know
doesn't
if
look Harry to me.
His name is Harry.
did Rayleigh find anything in his mouth?
Fine. If you insist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rayleigh, go ahead and make a nature check to find out the nature of the poison. because it makes sense.
I rolled a 3.
Roll with advantage because Fenric is helping you out.
7.
Well, you have no idea what could be causing the asphyxiation of Harry O'Henry.
I'd like to
Vulcan
do a
would like
lap.
to.
Go ahead.
Vulcan would like to check the body for any wounds.
Okay. You don't find any wounds. There's no bruises. It's just that, he seems to have died from lack of oxygen. And his hand is clutching at his chest.
So I just happen to notice the same thing Fenric did.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to walk around the house, both inside and outside, to see if there's any plants that might be poisonous, or maybe vials that were left around that might have had some sort of liquid in them. Something out of the ordinary that would stick out.
Okay. Well, Harry O'Henry did not keep any vials in his house. You go upstairs and downstairs and check all the cabinets. All 2 of them. There's one upstairs for his clothes and one downstairs for a very light selection of food. And outside, you don't find any plants that would be poison enough to kill somebody.
So I asked Brian, how do you know he was poisoned?
Well, he must have been poisoned. That's what the coppers said, anyway. And besides, he died right in front of 3 people.
So the cop said he was poisoned?
Well, they said he choked on his food, but I think he was poisoned. He was a great chewer. He chewed well on his food. That's one of the things I admired about him.
Damien rolls back down the steps.
We're here for no reason.
I shake my head in disbelief, walk over the body, and put my hand down his throat to see if there's any food in there.
There is not a trace of food in his throat.
All right, guys, Brian was right. That was really disgusting. I'm gonna wash my hands.
Y'all thought I would leave y'all hanging with he just choked on some bread or something.
Alright, well, I guess
yeah.
we should go talk to either the brother or Kelly.
Okay.
Let's talk
Fenric,
to the brother first.
Fenric, as you
I
went
say
about...
Kelly. I can't tell who is Henry, who is Harold, and Henrik, or anything. We
All right.
go to Kelly.
It's the only one that's different.
So Fenric, as the first time that you went through the house, I forgot to mention that you also found a picture of Kelly O'Kelly.
In whose possession would have been
in Harry's possession, next to his
Harry's
bed.
possession? Okay.
Yep. On a crate.
Damn. You're echoing now. What the fuck? When did that just
I am?
happen? I'm echoing. Why am I hearing me? Fenric,
I hear it too.
But
we're echoing off of you
I hear
somehow.
it too, yeah.
Did you turn your shit up or something?
Now it's better.
Oh, all right. We were hearing through his microphone next to his earpiece.
Hmm.
We loud as shit.
all right, I'll turn my thing down.
It's okay.
All right. All right, let's go over to Kelly's house then.
Okay. So the 4 of you, well, I'm assuming Vulcan's following y'all, go over to Kelly's house too.
Just assume I'm
Talk with
last.
her. Yes. No worries. So, yeah, you'll go over to Kelly's house and y'all are in front of Kelly's house now.
I knock on the door.
Okay. Kelly answers the door. Well, hello. How can I help you?
Hi,
How did
Kelly.
Henrik die?
We're here.
Immediately.
Henrik? She cocks her head and looks at the massive turtle. I'm sorry, I don't know who Henrik.
Harry
How
Henry.
quickly you forget.
He is very perplexed at Janez and just kind of staring at him.
Ginez is equally perplexed.
Sorry, Kelly. We were just hired by Harry O'Henry's brother to investigate the murder of your friend, and we were wondering if you would have a few moments to talk with us.
Henry? Henry hired you?
No, I'm sorry. Brian did. Brian O'Brien.
Brian.
Friend.
Okay, well, very well. Come in.
Okay, can you describe to us exactly what happened that night at the dinner?
Well, we were all enjoying a nice meal at Harry's house, and not long into it, Harry just kind of jolted up. He started grabbing at his chest and making all sorts of gurgling sounds. It was really quite strange, caught us all by surprise, and soon he just fell over dead.
And was he eating the same meal as everyone else?
Yes, we were all eating that meal.
And what were you eating?
We were eating fish, of course. What else could we be eating?
Do you remember who it was that handed him his food?
It was him himself. He handed it to himself. He made the food. It was his house. Who else would be handing the food to him?
Madam, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
Me? I weave
Yes.
baskets for the fishermen.
Did you notice him drink anything unusual?
One second. No, he was drinking the same wine that we all were.
And when y'all saw him clutching his chest, what did everyone in the room do?
Well, we were all so surprised, and it just all happened so quickly. None of us really did anything. We just kind of all sat and watched.
Ma'am, do you have a bathroom around that I could use?
Bathroom? Not quite sure what you mean by bathroom, sir. If you mean outhouse, we've got a communal one just a couple blocks down.
All right, thank you. I pretend to walk toward the outhouse, cast invisibility on myself, and do a lap around the house to see if I see anything unusual.
Okay. On the outside of the house, you don't find anything that would be poisonous. Yeah.
Right. I then do the same with the inside of the house, looking not through cupboards because they'd be open, but anything that might be lying around, like flower petals or vials that are open.
On the inside of the house?
Yes.
Make a stealth check. Please and thank you, sir.
Okay. 9.
Well, your search of the first floor is very not fruitful and produces actually nothing at all. And as you make your way up to the bedroom, you knock over a vase, and everyone hears it. So Vulcan, Rayleigh, Ganez, and Kelly all of a sudden hear a loud crashing noise from upstairs, and they all kind of jump and look. Well, yeah, y'all decide what y'all can do from here.
Is there any windows around that I can jump out of?
Yeah. You're still invisible, though.
That is true. I run to the corner of the room and hide in the corner.
Okay. We'll just assume that you make it there without.
Kelly, who is upstairs?
There shouldn't be anyone upstairs.
Vulcan
We must go
readies his
find out
sword.
and see what's going on. Please, brave adventurers. Please protect me. She pleads to you, to the three of you.
Vulcan heads upstairs with his sword ready.
Okay. Upon Vulcan reaching the top floor, he sees the broken vase and then nothing else. It's a very bare bedroom. There's a couple cabinets and a wardrobe, a bed, and a nightstand.
I put my finger over my mouth and become uninvisible so Vulcan can see me.
So, Vulcan.
And I then turn myself back invisible
Vulcan,
using another spell.
make a intelligence check for me.
Oh wait, that's a
just intelligence. Whatever
Yeah,
bonus
yeah,
you have for intelligence.
it's 0, so it's 4.
So as Finric uncloaks, suddenly Vulcan has this sight of this very red Genesee who just kind of appears out of nowhere. He leaps up and yelps a very girlish yelp, and all of a sudden Finric disappears again, and again he's very startled and not sure what just happened. He goes and kind of prods the area where Finric is. Not with the sword, with his hand.
Okay.
I walk to the other corner of the room away from Vulcan and do the same thing. I become uninvisible and keep my finger over my mouth going, Vulcan, it's me. Knock it off.
Make another intelligence check, Vulcan.
4. I rolled again.
All of a sudden, to Vulcan's knowledge, this thing has just teleported from one corner of the apartment or house to the other. And now he hears it call out his name, and he leaps and jumps and yelps again.
All right, this time I use invisibility again and just walk past him and walk outside.
All right, so you're outside without any problems, Finnick.
You okay up there, Vulcan? We heard you scream.
There's a demon up here.
How much did you drink last night?
Oh, is Damien up there?
Oh,
And that's just lucky Damien's not around.
Vulcan just starts swinging at the air.
I walk back in through the front door as if I just got back from the outhouse. You guys all
Fenrir,
right? What's
so-
going on?
So apparently there's a demon upstairs that scared Vulcan.
Well, we
And
should
he's
probably
kind
go
of
see if he needs
screaming
help.
like a little girl.
I don't know why Damien's playing with us.
I walk upstairs to Vulcan. Like, Vulcan, you all right, dude?
What? There's a little red man sneaking about.
All right, Vulcan, just between you and me, that was me. I can turn invisible now, but only a limited number of times. All right, that was me. I knocked for the vase. I was trying to be sneaky. It didn't work out.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I attempted to. It didn't work out. I accidentally scared you, and now we know for the future. Okay?
You need to not be so red, okay?
I will try my best.
Aren't you like a fireman or something? Turn yellow or blue or something a different amount of Kelvin.
I don't have a spell for that yet, but I'm working on it. All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Just when we get downstairs, just don't tell anyone I
This is
screamed like a
between you
little
and
girl.
me. We're fine.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Y'all okay up there?
Yeah, we managed to scare it off. We're
It was
good.
a squirrel. Squirrel knocked over a vase.
Which
You
way
said
to
it was
go?
a demon.
As you come downstairs and say that a squirrel knocked over the vase, Kelly goes, "A squirrel caused you to scream like a little girl," looking rather pointedly at Vulcan.
No, that was the squirrel.
I doubt it. That was definitely you, sir.
I don't know what you mean. Mm-mm. Nope.
Mhm.
I think he might have stepped on the squirrel's tail and it let out a yelp. I think that might have been it.
Yes,
Then what was he calling a demon?
I
He was yelling
don't
at the
like to
squirrel.
hurt animals.
I don't think that was it at all.
Is the squirrel okay?
Yes. It ran around like a demon. Leave me alone, okay? Just don't worry about it.
Well,
A man
anyway,
died.
so
I'm sorry, I'm just
yes,
really distraught
yes,
about the
Henrik
squirrel.
died. Tell me, Kelly.
Not just any man died. It wasn't Henrik. It was
Kelly.
Harry.
Were you aware that he had a
Yes.
picture of him?
How did it, when Henrik died?
Just let it happen.
His name was Harry, not Henrik.
Henrik had a picture of you?
No, Henrik did not. I don't even know a Henrik.
Kelly, were you aware that Harry had a picture of you?
Of course I was aware. I gave it to him for one of his birthday parties.
Oh, okay.
And
No. When we were at Henrik's house, we saw Hector
Harry.
leaving your
His
place.
name is
What
Harry.
was he doing here?
Please, someone else talk. I'm a little too embarrassed.
Well,
for someone
either
to
way,
stop talking.
what was Hector doing here?
Hector? Who the heck is Hector now?
All right, Ganez. We're not good with names.
Henrik's
here. Can
brother.
we just use brother, Kelly, and father instead of using names? Just use brother, Kelly, and father, please.
I'm not sure he can do that.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, Ganez, why don't you and me go for a walk real quick? I want to show you. I want to show you something.
I'm
As
trying
am I,
to
but this
solve-
is really important. I think you and me are gonna go talk to Hector.
Guinness private eye. Henrik.
Okay. Ginez, we're gonna do a little bit of divide and conquer. You and me are gonna talk to Hector, and Vulcan and Rayleigh are gonna stay here and talk to Kelly. Okay?
Hector. There is no Hector.
I know,
Kelly
Kelly. You
calls
need to work
after
with me here.
Fenric.
Okay.
I
But
kind
you
of whisper
said
over to Kelly.
Hector. There is
I-
no Hector.
All right, Ginez,
Let's
let's go
go
talk to
talk
Hector.
to Hector.
By
Okay.
Hector, do y'all mean
Let's do that.
the
I don't
father?
think we're
or
getting
do y'all mean
anywhere
the
with
brother?
Kelly.
We mean the brother.
Okay.
The brother, because Hector was leaving her house.
Yes,
Okay.
we're talking to the brother.
Cool.
So I asked Kelly, I'm sorry if this is too private, but may I ask why Harry's brother was leaving this morning?
Sorry, give me a second. Oh, Henry's such a sweet man. He just wanted to check in on me, make sure everything was all right.
And what did he do while he was here?
He spoke with me. What kind of a question is that?
Oh, I was just wondering if he brought you anything or, helped you
He
with
brought me
anything.
some flowers. Sure. And she points to a flower vase that's on her dining room table.
Can I do a nature check on the flowers? See if they're
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled a natural 20, 22.
Okay. They're nice, pretty daisies.
Oh, how nice.
Mm-hmm. You can tell, like, what kind of daisies they are down to their gene. Because you got a nat 20 on your nature check.
Right.
So you know everything there is to know.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Kelly?
No, there's not a whole lot I would like to share with you. Barely know you after all.
Right. Well, we are investigating the murder, so if you think of anything else, please stop by the inn and let us know. My
Which
name is
inn?
Rayleigh.
Which inn? There's several of them.
Oh,
The
fuck.
one 2 doors down to the north.
2 doors down. That's just another house.
Vulcan
Does
wants
anybody
to
in a
know
remember what the hell
neighborhood?
the inn was called? Because I don't have it written down.
White Sails Tavern.
Oh, okay.
We're
So
staying
we're gonna.
at the White Sails Tavern.
Very well. I'll send word to you as soon as I find something out. So we're gonna pause there. We're gonna go to Damien in the White Sails Tavern, as it were,
Oh, shit.
and he makes it up to the top of the stairs finally after agonizingly crawling up.
And I tumbled back down about 4 times.
Yep, pretty much. So the bartender sees you.
You got
Here's a
something for a hangover, please. I know.
so there's a group of regulars that are talking pretty loudly and enjoying their afternoon ales. And the bartender says, the bartender says, "Sure thing, Mr. Damien. Give me one moment, sir." He says it rather loudly, being rather young and still impressionable bartender. He knows how to make the drinks, but has rarely drank one himself.
Did the regulars notice Damien on the floor at all or anything?
Nope, they're pretty self-involved.
Okay, good. It was going to turn into a whole other thing.
So, yeah. The bartender goes back behind the bar for a few minutes. And he comes back with this reddish, brown sledge in a glass.
I think
This
I've
thing
actually
should
had something like this before.
should fix you right up, sir.
I would say Damien inspects it, but you know, I'm just gonna say he doesn't even hesitate. He just gulps it down.
In Damien's mind, it's like there's a flash that just went off. All of a sudden, he sees rainbows and unicorns and all of this other stuff, stuffed teddy bears and such. They just kind of fly by on this transcendent little deal, and it stays like that for about 15 minutes before he comes back to reality, kind of almost as if he's coming back into his own body. He sees himself in the White Sails Tavern, and lands back, and he is immediately standing up, just kind of with this stupid dazed look about his face. There's a little bit of drool coming down his right side, and he feels 100% better. It's like a night and day thing. In fact, he even feels great.
Swear to God, I just got fed Dream Lily. Not saying anything, just wide-eyed, still mouth open, kind of drooling. Damien just slowly walks over to the bartender, not even looking at the bartender, just drops 1 gold on the bar and just walks out the bar.
Okay,
I don't know where he's going yet. I don't think he does.
no problem. We're going to switch back to Fenric and Ganez at Henry's house.
Ooh, can we say he catches them on the way over there? Would that be a thing?
He's pretty far away.
Okay.
But you know what? I'll allow it. It's been
Oh,
plenty of
okay.
time. Damien, we can say Damien's been wandering. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So Fenric and Ganez see Damien kind of strolling towards them. And right as they're about to, knock on Henry's house.
What are we, Girl Scouts now?
So there's been a murder. We got 3 main suspects. We have Kelly, Harold, and Henry. I had to split up Ganez from the group because he was botching names and causing confusion. We're about to talk to, I believe it was Harold. No, not Harold. Talking to Henry. We're about to talk to Henry. He was the brother. In my mind, he's suspect number 1.
Okay, wait. All right, what are the names then?
Kelly, who's the crush, Harold, which is the dad, and Henry, which is the brother.
Okay, what was the victim's name?
Victim's name was Harry.
Okay.
And the person who's hiring us is Brian.
Cool. All right. So why are we here?
Because he was one of the people present when Harry died.
Where's the house where the dude died?
That would be down the street, about 4 doors down that direction.
Nope, just the next door.
Never mind, next door over.
Okay, Damien goes next door. Why they go in there?
Okay. Cool. So Damien goes in, but it's still on Fenric and Ganez for Henry.
All right. I knock on the door and see if Henry answers.
Okay. Henry enters the door and says,
Hello, Henry.
"Hello, sir. And how can I help you? And how do you know my name?"
A friend of ours, Brian, asked us to look into a murder about one of his friends. And he mentioned that you were present when he died. Could you perhaps tell us about that evening?
That was the day my brother died. I'd rather not talk about it, he says, and starts to close his door.
I put my staff in the door frame so we can't close it.
Excuse me, sir. Could you kindly remove your arse from my front step?
Sir, 3 questions and I'm out of here. All I need is your 30 seconds of your time.
2 questions and you're out of here.
All right. What can you tell us about that evening?
He sighs a rather heavy sigh. What I can tell you is that my brother died that day. It was all very quick, and I'm not sure how.
All right. Did your brother have any enemies or anyone that would want him gone?
No, he didn't. Harry was the kindest lad we ever did know, and everybody on the block loved him.
All right. Thank you for your time. We'll probably be back later, but that was my 2 questions, and I'm out of here for now. Goodbye.
Don't come back again, he says and slams his door.
Quite the friendly fellow.
Well, he was rude. Why did we talk to Hector?
All right, let's go talk to Hector if you want to.
That was Hector.
That was
'Cause
Hector.
that was-
Never mind.
That was Henry.
You mean his father, Harold? Let's talk to Harold.
All right, let's go talk to Harold. Let's take a quick walk to Harold's house.
Gets the dad's name right. All right, so we're gonna go back to Rayleigh's not there, so Rayleigh and Vulcan, we're gonna pass on you guys for a little bit and go back to Damien in Harry's house.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
right,
assuming
exactly.
I'm assuming he's greeted with that smell.
Yep, pretty much.
Smells like home, and he starts walking through the house, just exploring, checking out the house.
Okay. Cool. You find the same stuff from earlier before. There's a picture upstairs by the bed of Kelly O'Kelly. Not much is in there.
Okay.
And
Damien grabs the actual picture itself. Is it like in a frame? What's it like?
yeah, it's in a wooden frame.
Okay. Damien takes it out of the wooden frame
Okay.
and he flips it around, checks out the whole thing.
Okay. There's nothing interesting to be found there.
Okay.
It's just a frame, just a picture.
He just tosses it back on the nightstand.
Mhm.
He heads over to the body.
Okay.
I guess he's looking at the body. Good hard look at the body.
Okay. Roll for investigation.
14.
Okay. It looks like he died of asphyxiation. His hand is clutching his heart. Yeah.
Okay. Damien takes his knife out and flips over one of the hands if he can, because I know I probably had. Well, no, wait. Would he be dealing with rigor mortis at this point?
It's been over 24 hours. Okay, FBI, I'm not trying to find out how to kill somebody, so please don't.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh boy, how do you spell rigor mortis?
I don't
There it
know.
is.
Pretty sure it lasts like a couple of days or something like that.
Time of onset is variable, but is usually considered to appear between 1 and 6 hours after death. Depending on rigor mortis, may last for a few hours to several days. Okay, well.
Oh, it's your call.
Yes. Rigor mortis has set in.
So it's still there. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
still in.
Damien does his best to kind of turn the arm over without breaking anything, and just runs the knife over where a vein would be.
Okay. You do so with success, and you find a vein quite easily.
Okay. At this point, like, does the blood come out looking any different than normal, or other than a bit dried at this point?
Yeah, dry.
Not dried, but like you get where I'm going.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Not very, very thick.
Mm-hmm. Because technically, I don't think blood would actually be coming out. So I'm more or less asking like if anything's actually seeping out of the wound.
It's a very, very dark red.
Very dark red.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming his mouth is still open at this point, right?
Yes.
From Fenric shoving his
Mhm.
fist down his throat.
His mouth was never closed to begin with.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, Damien wouldn't know that. All right. So Damien checks the mouth, checks around the
Okay.
throat area.
Okay. You don't find any kind of food whatsoever.
All right. Again, Damien wouldn't know anything they did. All right. So he checks the lips, like the not the lips like the lips themselves, but more like around the teeth and stuff like that.
For anything in particular?
Kind of like if there's like any residue left over from like whatever he drank last, stuff like that. If there's any teeth left, honestly, which are probably I don't know.
Teeth are still there. Doesn't appear to be any residue.
Okay, is the glass still on the table?
Yeah, why
Like,
not?
explain what's the table. Explain what's on the table for me. Like, what all is still left on the table?
Some very moldy bread and fish, as well as 3 plates, 3 cups, 2 of which are empty. Or sorry, 4 cups, 3 of which are empty. 4 plates as well, but yeah.
So his cup's still on the table.
Yep.
Okay. So if this was
It's turned over though, and all the liquid that was inside it has been
okay,
poured out.
Damien just kind of scoots everything out of the way on the table, sits on the table cross-legged in front of the corpse, like right over the corpse, and just stares at it and thinks for a while. And that'll be it for now.
Okay. Rayleigh and Vulcan, what y'all doing? Are y'all done at Kelly O'Kelly's or something else?
Oh, so we were watching. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
You were just talking to Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're good here, Vulcan. What do you think?
I think we should check the see if our friends have made any progress.
Okay. Kelly, thank you for your time, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Sorry about the squirrel.
Sorry you scream like a girl, she says as you leave.
I'm ignoring her.
So, Vulcan and Rayleigh start heading over to Henry's house, I'm assuming. And Vulcan and Ganez make it to Harold's house. So we're going with Fenric and Ganez.
All right, Ganez, why don't you take the lead on this one? Since I did the questions last time.
Oh boy.
Okay. And Ganez knocks on the door.
Okay. A man with a walking cane answers the door. Hello. How can I help you today, young Master Turtle?
I'm sorry, Harold. I'm sorry, Harold. But I'm investigating the death of your son, Henrik. Hector told us very little, but we were wanting to know what happened the night of his death.
Henrik? I don't think I've ever fathered a Henrik.
Well, I saw Henrik lying dead in front of me. It's just not long ago at all. His friend Brian took me there. Surely you must know Brian and Hector
Brian?
and Kelly.
Well, my son Harry was friends with a Brian.
I believe that's what he means, sir. The names aren't always the greatest.
Yes.
Oh, well, I understand. I'm rather old myself. I understand quite well. You'll forget things after all, Master Turtle. So, Harry, yes, what did you want to know about him, sir?
What was his relationship with Kelly like? Was that
Who
more
killed
of a
him?
Never mind.
So, um, Harold takes a moment trying to process both questions and just kind of bluntly says, "Oh, well, who killed him? Well, not entirely sure. The police said it was choking on a
Fenric,
loaf
your
of
mic.
bread or something."
After examining the body for myself and
Henrik, fix your mic.
It's yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
good.
Is it muted?
Okay, now you're muted. Try again.
Hello.
Can't hear anything.
Okay.
That should work.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
that's
we're
fine.
too
I
loud.
sound demonic as shit. What the hell?
Well, except for we can't hear him. Oofda. So, yeah. You know, why don't we go ahead, take a quick break,
That's a good idea.
and we'll be right back. So, Okay, everybody. We are back. And I forget where we were. I think I know where we were. We were at Fenric and Ganez at Harold's house. And Fenric was just about to ask Sir Harold a question.
I was, and I forgot what it was.
Should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I know. It's something to do with Kelly. Oh, what was the relationship between Kelly and Harry like?
Their relationship, eh? That's rather nosy of you. He nudges you and kind of gives you a very sly grin. Well, I can say it was probably the same relationship that Henry had with her. And that was a very intimate relationship, if you know what I be getting at. He winks at you.
Would it be enough of a relationship to cause a problem between the two?
Well, it might be, I suppose. But I don't think my sons would kill each other.
I went to try and talk with him about it, and he seemed to be very uncooperative and very. He shut down at the mention of this whole situation.
Well, of course he did. His brother just died of choking on his own food.
True, it is a very sad story. Thank you for your time. I don't have any other questions unless my friend Ganez here has any more.
Harold looks rather expectantly at the turtle.
No, I have no more questions.
Well, in that
Well,
case, good day.
well, thank you for showing up and don't mind coming back. I
Sorry for
definitely
your
enjoy some good
gloss about
conversation.
with Henry.
That's quite all right, Master Turtle. Thank you very much. Again, come back if you ever want some company. It's always nice. My boys never came to see me.
I walk over to where Rayleigh and Vulcan are, and I share with them the information that we've learned.
He seems suspicious.
Yeah, he does.
He might take a little convincing to open his mouth.
Well, you're welcome to try if you want to.
Which Henry are we talking about? Gins asks.
The one that shut the door in your face.
The brother, Hector.
Oh,
Fenric's just given up at this point.
Hector.
I was going to go about it differently, but since I know about it now, I'm just going to get straight to the point. Vulcan knocks on the door.
There's no answer.
Vulcan bangs on the door.
There's no answer.
I mean, I'm not just doing it a few times. I'm doing it pretty hard repeatedly.
And there's still no answer.
Go check around the sides.
Okay.
I walk around the sides of the house and see if there's anything suspicious.
Nope. All the lights in the house are completely dark.
This NPC is only active once a day, and y'all wasted it. Good job.
Were the lights on when they first arrived?
No, I'm sorry. It's the middle of the day. There wouldn't be any lights.
Okay.
You don't find anything suspicious.
Okay.
Do I find the back door?
There is no back door.
Are there any guards around?
Let me check. No, there's no guards around.
Vulcan attempts to break the door down.
Now
Make
there
a
are
strength
guards
check,
around.
please.
Strength.
Mm-hmm. And a guard passes by. No, I'm just-
I got a 7.
Well, you throw your shoulder against the door, but it doesn't budge. And
I hand Vulcan a crowbar from to pry the door open.
okay, make a strength check with advantage.
Ganez tries his hand at the door to break it down.
Okay, both of you make a strength check with
With
advantage.
advantage, you said?
Yes, both of you.
Wait, what?
Vulcan, make a strength check with advantage.
With advantage.
Ganez,
So then-
make a strength check with advantage.
17.
22.
That door's
17.
gone.
The combined efforts of Vulcan and Ganez manage to not only break the door open, but break it off of its hinges and it falls flat on the ground.
FBI, open up!
There is silence within. And as your eyes get used from the bright of day to the darkness within the house, you start to see that it is a rather similar decor to Harry's house. Very minimalist. There's one cabinet, there's the kitchen, there's a table, and a staircase. And at the table, there lies Henry O'Henry, dead.
Wait,
Same guy
Henry,
that's already
Henry
dead,
Harold,
or-
or
Henry is dead. Harry is dead. Harold is
Okay.
alive. Kelly is alive. Brian 2, Brian 3, and Brian 4 are alive.
There are more
Ganez-
Bryans?
Ganez's brain just broke.
Vulcan checks the body for cause of death.
Okay. He seems to have died of asphyxiation, almost as if he choked on his food.
Is there any food in front of him?
Yes, there is a plate of cheese, bread, and fish.
I'd like to make an Arcana check on him.
Go for it.
I can't even read this bright ass dice. 11 plus. Wait. Oh, so just 11.
Yep. Doesn't appear to be any magic involved.
Okay.
Are there any like poison darts or anything like that around his neck, or anywhere that would be exposed skin?
Make an investigation check.
Nine.
Nope. There do not appear to be any darts of any kind.
Are there any is there any residue on his lips or anything of that nature?
There is um
Like lipstick,
think.
perhaps?
no lipstick. No lipstick whatsoever. But there is just a little bit of spittle and stuff and bile coming from his mouth.
Can I do a nature check on the fish he was eating?
Sure. Oh boy. I'm really gonna get a knock on my door
4.
from the cops. Okay, well, you don't find anything.
I want to check his pockets.
Okay. You don't find anything in his pockets. You find his walking stick laying next to him, though.
I just checked the walking stick, I guess, for anything that looks odd.
Nothing looks odd about it. It's just a walking stick.
hidden dart department.
Is it one of those, like, you unscrew the top and there's a hidden sword thing?
Nope. It's just a walking stick. He's a poor
any-
fisherman.
Is there any residue from like a contact poison on the handle of the walking stick?
Nope.
I'm glad I checked it because last time I didn't check something, it ended up being something.
I stomp around on his floor to see if there's any hidden floorboards or anything of that nature.
Roll investigation.
Just doing this.
12.
You stomp around the whole house, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Stomping around the whole house, you don't find anything that would give way, but you do hear a different sound um, in the middle of the house.
Harrison Ford under the floorboards.
Hey, Vulcan and Ganesh, there's something going on about this floor. I'm not sure what it is yet. Can you guys take a second look?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Uh,
Dinez says as he looks at the floor.
all right, I stomp my foot around to see if I can get the certain sound. Like, can you like rip up this floorboard right here?
I guess I can try. I start not crawling, clawing the floorboards.
Uh, Ginez, I think he wants us to try and lift the floorboards.
How am I supposed to know?
That's
You
okay.
didn't tell
Help
me
me
that.
lift up these floorboards. Try to rip them up.
Okay.
Hold hands.
Ganez does so.
There we go.
All right. Roll strength with advantage. Vulcan.
Okay, let me just roll 2 dice at once. We got a natural 20 and a 15.
Cool. You're able to open up the floorboard and see that
Does it come out? I'm sorry. Is it coming out because it's built to do that, or are we just ripping it out?
you're just ripping it out.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so y'all start ripping up pieces of floorboard, and y'all see that there's dirt underneath. And the
Can we
more
go to the other?
floorboards
Go
that
ahead.
you rip up, the more you notice that
Is there something in the dirt?
the more you notice that there is a difference. There seems to be a long, almost straight line of dirt about 10 feet wide in the middle of the house, whereas on either side it becomes stone.
So under the floorboard where we ripped up, we see dirt, and then slightly to the side of that, because we didn't quite rip up there, we see stone.
No, I just assume that you'll start ripping up all the floorboards in the house.
Okay, so in the middle it's sand, and then the rest of it is stone.
Not sand, but dirt.
Okay.
On either side, at either end, it's stone.
So it's like a spot, or is it like a line or a particular shape, or?
It's a line.
Vulcan sort of digs into the dirt with his hands.
Okay. It's not long before the dirt starts to sink beneath his hands, and a hole opens up, revealing a tunnel underneath the house.
Can you hear Guinness?
I cannot.
Oh, that's why he's not responding to you.
Oh. Well, Ganesh, go ahead and refresh. It is.
The last thing I heard him said is he was helping to dig.
Oh, he's helping dig?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Alright, well, same thing happens for him, you know.
Yep.
Y'all see
Yep.
the tunnel.
So it's a tunnel big enough for people to fit through.
Yep.
All right, Fenric, lead the way.
All right. I hop down in the tunnel and I head toward the direction of Kelly's house.
Okay. As you hop down the tunnel, you see that there are 2 ladders in front of you. One clearly is close enough to go up into not Hector's, Henry's house, and then another looks like it goes to Harry's house. However, it stops at the second ladder. The tunnel stops at the second ladder.
Okay. I relay this information to Vulcan, let him know, and then I start walking the other direction to see how far it goes in that direction.
Okay. It goes to. It goes and stops directly underneath Harold's house, and there's a ladder there too.
So it just reaches those 3 houses?
Yep.
All right.
Did you hear that, Ganez?
So, no, I the last thing I heard was Vulcan digging.
Okay, well, there was a tunnel underneath, and Finnick jumped in to find that there were 3 ladders in that tunnel, one that led up to Henry's house, one that led up to Harry's house, and then one that led up to Harold's house.
But not Kelly's.
Okay.
And the tunnel stops on either end. So it just reaches those 3 houses.
All right. I say we regroup with everyone and share the information that we have and then go from there.
All right.
I climb back up and kind of wait more toward the middle of the street so I can see everyone so we can all gather.
Where's Damien?
No, Damien's chilling at the murder house, leaning up against the porch, trying to get some air from the day. Kind of just looking around the neighborhood right now.
We should go get Damien.
All right. I start walking toward Damien.
So, yeah, it's just like a house over. Y'all get to Damien and gather around.
Shit be smelling in that house, yo.
It did smell, yes.
Well, I'm assuming y'all unsolved everything since you decided to come over here and find me.
Not quite.
Oh.
Hector is dead now too.
The brother's dead.
Okay.
So
Where'd y'all
far,
find him?
he was dead in his house. Similar symptoms to the original guy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Did any of y'all check for poison on him?
We did. Couldn't find out exactly what it was. He was suffered asphyxiation, just like the first guy.
Well, this corpse I can't get much out of with him being as dead as long as he's been.
Well, the other guy's pretty fresh if you want to check him out.
I don't know if I'd find anything new, but I mean, what else did you find before we start moving?
Aside from the bodies, there's a tunnel going underneath the brother's house, the dead guy's house and the father's house. It only goes under those 3 houses.
Yeah, y'all
And-
stopped to see it. Well, whose house were y'all going to when I caught up to you?
We were gonna. Me and Ganez were about to go into the brother's house.
To the brother's house?
We gave him a couple questions. He was very hostile toward us. We left. Me and Vulcan then came back, busted the door down, and he was dead.
Anybody talk to the father?
Me and Ganez tried to talk to the father. Didn't get too much out of him, other than that both Henry and, well, both the original guy and the brother had a relationship with Kelly.
Kelly's a gold digger. Straight up. Like, yeah, I'm putting my money on Kelly's a gold digger.
She was definitely playing both sides. Yeah.
No, more so, I think. I'm just calling it now. She's into the old man.
But he's like a poor fisherman.
Where I come, people kill for less. When's the last time anybody seen Kelly?
We just came from her.
How'd that go?
Well, we know she weaves baskets for the fishermen.
That's it.
Yep.
When we searched her house, I didn't find anything. Like, it went.
Absolutely
other
nothing
guys.
else happened. Yep. That's it.
DM, looking at the body in the chair. Can I take a guesstimate of how tall it is?
It's not in a chair, it's laying down.
Okay. All right. Well, that's even easier.
Yeah, so it's about average human height.
Average human
So-
height.
So say 5'10", 5'9".
Who's about as tall as this dude in this group? Ganez, you're not. I'm not counting you on this.
I'm 6 foot.
All right. Well, that volunteers Fenric.
I'm 5'2".
Close enough.
Whatever.
Close enough. You're closer to human. You're a guy. And we have I have an idea. So DM, how does one work a disguise kit?
How does one work a disguise kit?
Yes. What do I need to do?
Well, what is... Does your disguise kit have makeup in it?
It has dyes in it. That's why I'm wondering.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking.
Well, depending on what you described to me that you're going to do to Fenric, we'll roll a die for probably stealth, and I'll either give him disadvantage, nothing, or advantage on the roll.
Oh, he would roll for it,
Yeah.
even though I'm the one putting the disguise on him.
Yep.
Okay. More or less what I'm. Go ahead.
Before you, what's the plan? Because I might be able to just cast invisibility on myself and just walk into wherever you need me to walk into.
Make it look like the dead body.
That's what I was thinking he wanted to do.
Okay.
Hey, bitch, I'm back. You thought I was gone.
Yeah. Have you looked like the dead body and go walk a bit around town, go see the father, go see the ex-girlfriend.
I mean, I don't have any other plans, so sure.
No, that's a hilarious plan. Let's do it.
All right, paint me up.
Okay. So
It's
aside,
like weekend with
mostly-
brownies.
mostly what I'm trying to change is mostly going to be the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide skin-wise. I'm gonna hide the rest of his skin, so put fabric on him, so that way it kind of hides the rest of his skin. Try and change the face up a little bit to where it resembles more one of the old Henrys from a distance.
Okay.
the dead body from a distance. And
Are you
Yeah.
adding a beard?
huh?
Are you adding a beard?
I'm adding whatever the body, whatever this dude looks like. I'm trying to make him look passable like him from a distance.
I
Wait a
gotcha.
minute. Wait a minute. Back at the
Hmm.
apothecary, she had a polymorph spell or a polymorph potion. Why don't we just go get that, and then that'd be a perfect image.
Can you? All right. I mean, I don't know how that shit works, but that would make my life a lot easier.
DM, how far of a walk would it be from where we're at back to the the potion shop?
Y'all could make it.
All right.
But then,
If I were to go use the polymorph spell, would it be an exact image like I'm thinking of?
Sure, why not?
All right. I run back to the potion shop. 'Cause I can't say the word right, and ask the clerk how many polymorph potions she has.
Oh, well, hello there, young man.
Hello, ma'am.
Well, I have just one polymorph potion. It'll last you about an hour. Is that your satisfaction, sir?
Yes, 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 it is.
Very good, very good. That'll be 15 gold, please.
All right, I paid the 15 gold.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Damn,
She hands you
spread
the
prices.
polymorph potion.
This is expensive. All
It's a
right,
polymorph potion.
I walk back to the group and take the polymorph potion in front of everyone so they can see me change into the dead man.
hold on. Before you do that, before Fenner just goes and does that, let's come up with a plan before we start wasting time on the polymorph.
All right, I hold on to the potion and don't drink it yet.
It's not gonna. I highly doubt you're gonna be able to mimic this dude's voice, and we don't even know what he sounds like.
So he shouldn't
So-
say anything.
So that's what I was about to say. He doesn't. He shouldn't say anything, and somebody here should be the talker. It definitely can't be me, because look at me. They're not gonna trust me. So we're gonna need somebody who's still confident enough
They
to
will
actually.
not trust me.
We're gonna need somebody who's confident enough to actually talk to these people and kind of relay that, oh hey, no, he's fine. Or I was thinking more or less like he actually survived barely and he told us everything.
Hmm.
Something along those lines.
Okay, I have an idea. Excuse me. Fenric drinks the potion. He stands maybe 20 feet away from me. He's on the ground, just sort of sitting there looking like he's maybe in a daze. And then I talk to Kelly and I say, hey, Kelly. What? Who's okay? I forgot the name.
Mm-mm.
Are we going with the brother or the original guy?
That'd be
We're going
Henry.
with the dead guy.
All right, the original dead guy's name was Harry.
Okay, so Harry's okay, but he told us everything. So I think we've solved this thing.
I wouldn't say we've solved this thing, because otherwise we're trying to make it seem like if she's the one, if she's connected to it at all, we got to make it seem like we know you did it.
So what specifically should I tell her?
And more or less like he told us everything. It's more about your tone.
Oh, you really want me to get in her face about it?
To be like, is
Yeah,
there
if she's
something
actually-
you want to tell us, Kelly?
Really seems like to get the idea here.
Okay, I got it. Let's go.
You two could do good cop, bad cop. That's all I say as we go.
All right, as we're walking to Kelly's house, I drink the potion.
You might want to do that inside, not out in the open.
Oh, we're not gonna be outside doing it.
All right,
Well,
I walk
We got it.
inside
Yeah, go ahead.
Harry's house. I drink the potion, turn into Harry, and walk outside with Vulcan and Rayleigh leading
Oh, that's
me
what you
to
mean.
Kelly's house.
As he's walking out, I tell Fenric, just act like you're really dazed, act like you just came back from the brink of death.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
All right. Vulcan knocks on Kelly's door.
Kelly answers the door.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. But where are you back? And after she says the word back, she pauses for a moment and sees Fenric disguised as Harry. Her eyes go wide, and she suddenly faints.
All right. This is good. Um,
Does she have any pockets? Women usually don't have pockets.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, I don't check anything then.
somebody just grab some water, get her to wake up.
Oh, we still want to question her?
Well, yeah, she doesn't get out of this just
Oh,
because
who
she
slaps
fainted.
her?
If anything, would you go throw her in the friggin' pond or something, get her to wake up?
Kelly. Kelly.
So you slap
Kelly.
her a couple times. Somebody grabs their flask of water. They dump it on her. She wakes up. She sees Fenric again, screams, and then faints again.
At this point, I just want to stab her.
Kelly. Kelly. Kelly.
She wakes up again. She sees Fenric. She screams and she faints.
Okay.
Okay, how about we wake her up and Fenric
Fenric
holds
gets out
off
of the
for
way.
a second.
Just Fenric, just go around the house.
Wait, where's the father's house from here?
It is. So. Kelly's house is here. Next door is Harry's house. Next door to that is Henry's house. And the next door after that is Harold's house. So it's 3 houses down.
Okay. I whisper over to Harry. Just go sit out in the middle of the road so that way everybody can see you. Rayleigh, if I have any inclination of how this is gonna go, we're about to go kill an old man. Go knock on the old man's door and point him out to his son. Point out his son to
So
him.
we're done with Kelly?
Yeah, well, let Vulcan keep working on Kelly. You go work on the old man. We only have an hour. We got to do this quick.
Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly.
So Kelly
I
wakes
walked
up
where
again.
Damien pointed me to.
Kelly wakes up again and not seeing Fenric around anywhere. She goes, "Oh my, just had the weirdest dream. What are you doing here, Master Half Elf?" She asks.
Listen, your boyfriend, he's actually okay. And he told us everything.
Okay, well, so what happened then? Did he choke on his food or did he get poisoned?
Why don't you look at him?
She looks outside, screams, and faints.
Okay, cool. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll just leave her there. That's good.
Okay, so I go up and knock on the father's door.
Genez follows Rayleigh, by the way.
There is no answer at the door.
Oh jeez, is this guy dead too?
Yep.
Alright, I knock.
Is the door open?
Nope.
I try the door handle.
Door is locked.
All right, I'll pick the damn lock.
Okay. Roll for sleight of hand.
15.
Okay. You managed to unlock the door.
As I'm opening the door, I am staring at Fenric in the middle of the street. Proceed.
I stare back.
So you open the door, and there's nobody home.
Great.
I'm keeping an eye on the other 2 houses in case those doors open and anyone comes out.
Okay.
So what do y'all think? There's a tunnel under here. He escaped.
I don't know. Damien starts going through the house and
Maybe.
checking out the house while seeing if he can find the old man anywheres or find any inclination of anything going on.
Okay. Roll for investigation.
13.
Okay. Seems to be a pretty normal house, decorated as the other 2. Very minimalistic. There's a table and chairs, a cabinet, the kitchen, and upstairs there's a bed.
No sign of a scuffle or anything like that. No dead bodies or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
He escaped down the hole.
Is Vulcan here or?
We all left.
Oh,
I
what I'm saying is,
think-
did you come over here to us? Are you out in the middle of the street?
I mean, I wouldn't stay there. I'm going where you guys are going.
Okay, Vulcan, where did the tunnel come out to?
There's holes under the 3 men's houses.
Right. Did y'all figure out where the hole for this one came out into this house?
We
Vulcan wouldn't
assume-
know that.
Huh?
Vulcan wouldn't know that. Only Fenric would, because only Fenric was the one that jumped into the tunnel.
And let him explain.
Okay, so
He's not there. He's
I'm still,
outside.
I'm still in the middle of the street.
I'm getting to that.
All right, sorry.
People know, like, all right,
No, I
walk
was
out
telling
to the
Vulcan.
street.
So, I mean, he told us. Well, I mean, he told us he found ladders leading up to those houses.
Mhm.
Okay,
So
so
Damien
I'm just
walks
gonna.
out to the street, finds Fenric sitting
Okay,
there,
never mind.
looking all pretty.
Where did the tunnel come out for the old man? Do you know if it came out to a certain part of the house?
I just know that I went up into his house. I didn't know the exact part. No.
But I'll say this: if it was anything like Henry's house, it would have come up inside one of the cabinets.
Okay. Okay, I don't remember how we talked about the hole at all. Did it have like a latch over it to hide it whenever somebody found it?
We ripped up the floorboards.
We didn't find any hatches. We just ripped up floorboards and happened upon it.
Bring me to the damn hole, please, that you found.
All right, I walk him to the hole that we found.
Okay, Damien jumps in and just goes to one of the openings and tries to open them.
Okay. Well, since you're closest to Henry's house, since you're there in that hole, you go to Henry's ladder and it opens, no problem.
Okay, as I'm opening, there was a latch on it. Something.
No latch.
I just lifted it up. No latch. It was just a ladder to an open hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was tucked behind. You said, it was like in a cupboard or something.
Well, as you climb the ladder through the hatch, you notice that you're actually not in the cabinet. You're in a fake part of the wall behind the cabinet. And if you moved a door, you could move the cabinet and see the cabinet in front of you.
Okay, so there's something stopping people from generally seeing this hole into the tunnel, is what I'm saying.
Like other people from seeing you.
So like, there's a latch hiding this hidden part of the wall. Because you said as soon as you open a door, what's this door connected to? Is it connected to the cabinet or is it connected to the wall?
There's a latch on the inside of the wall.
Latch on the inside of the wall. Okay, Damien climbs back out, climbs back out, goes back out into the street. Goes back to the the old man's house. That's where we were.
Yep.
Okay. Vulcan's still in the house?
Yep.
No, I was asking Vulcan.
Oh, sorry.
I lost track. I guess I'm in the house.
Okay. Apparently, there's a latch that actually does hide the hole, and it's hidden. The one that I found was hidden behind a cabinet. So if we check through the cabinets, we can see if there is a latch around the house. If it's open, somebody's been in and out of it recently, or just has been in and out of it.
In which house?
Hopefully in this one.
Okay.
So if we start checking the cabinets and shit, we can see if they're open. We can see if we can find the hole and see if the latch is open. There's a latch that would be hiding it. That would be covering it.
Okay.
So, you want to help me look for it?
Yes.
Okay. DM.
Yeah. So, where exactly are y'all going to check?
Behind the cabinets and stuff like that. That's a good spot to start.
Okay. So there's only 2 cabinets in the whole house, one upstairs and one downstairs.
Okay, I'm assuming it's not the one upstairs.
Okay. So you go to the downstairs cabinet, check behind it, roll for investigation with advantage.
$17.
Okay. You find the latch rather easily, as this time it is hidden on the outside of the wall and not the inside. And you remove it, opening to reveal a larger room than just you know, the one with the ladder in the previous house. This room actually has a shrine in one corner, and the shrine has a ton of pictures of Kelly O'Kelly.
Fucking nut!
And in another corner, there are some vials.
Go, Logan, could you do me a favor? Go grab everybody.
Grab everybody.
Yeah, bring it. Let them know what's going on. Coming here, not walking in there directly. I'm gonna kind of start scanning to see if there's any traps or anything.
Okay, roll for investigation.
Vulcan gathers everyone.
19.
What's going on?
You don't find any traps of any kind.
Okay. Can I see anything in the room? Like, is it easy to see in the room? Like, is it lit up? No
Yeah, there's a
hidden
couple
corners.
candles by the shrine and all the pictures of Kelly O'Kelly.
Okay, so what I'm saying is I don't see anybody just like tucked away in a corner or anything like that.
No, you don't.
Okay. So I'm gonna step in and start kind of checking out the room a little bit. I was kind of leaving that for Vulcan and them to do what they're gonna do.
All right, so Ganesh, to answer your question, Harold's built a shrine. It's in the corner, and judging by the vials in the corner, probably poisoned both his sons. As far as
But
we
he
can
was
tell.
such a nice old man.
Old doesn't
Looks-
mean nice, Ganesh.
Looks can be deceiving. Yes. With that being said, I take one of the vials and check it to see if it's poisoned or if it's a potion.
It has a label on it, if that helps.
I would like to read the label.
The label says cyanide.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, he did it. Let's go.
Are there any full vials?
No, there's just those 2. Actually, yeah, there's just those 2.
Okay.
Who wants to go get the guards?
I mean, I'm still polymorphed as a dead guy, so it's probably not the best if I do it.
I'm just trying to get paid.
All right, we need the guards to find this, and if the old man, somebody, and what I'm saying is, somebody, or at least 2 or 3 of us can stay here while somebody goes gets the guards. If the old man comes back, we can make sure he doesn't leave.
With the polymorph spell, is it a concentration one where I can just turn it off?
No.
It is not.
I'll go get the guard.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so Damien and Fenric are going to be staying. Ganesh, what you doing?
I'll go with Vulcan.
So as Vulcan and Ganez leave the house, they hear a scream coming from the direction of Kelly O'Kelly's house.
No, great. We just left her there.
Technically, couldn't we hear that? Because, I mean, we're like right down the street.
Yeah, y'all hear it too.
All right. Fenric,
Yeah.
let's find a way. Let's go take a trip through the tunnel.
All right, lead the way.
I need you to lead the way. Which one's Kelly's house?
This tunnel doesn't go to Kelly's house.
Son of a bitch. All right, never mind. Let's go.
I guess we're going to Kelly's.
Yep.
Yes, I suppose we should.
So y'all get there, and the door is just slightly ajar.
I said we
I
left the door open.
knock it open.
Okay, well, inside on the first floor, you are meted with an interesting sight. Kelly O'Kelly has fainted in the arms of Harold O'Henry, who is
This woman needs to get a
barely
spine.
managing to stand up straight.
What was the last part?
Harold,
He's barely managing
you
to
killed
stand
your
up straight.
sons. Both Henrik and Hector.
How? No, I didn't. He stumbles. He stammers.
We found your stash, old man.
What do you
Can't believe
mean,
you
my
lied
stash?
to me.
Ooh, Fenric, go first. Go first. Go first.
I walk into the door and show myself as a polymorphed Harry.
As you walk in the door, the polymorph spell wears off.
I step to the side and let everyone else in.
I just needed the polymorph spell to drop quicker. That's all. All right. So Damien comes in. But wait, are they upstairs or are they downstairs? My bad.
They're downstairs.
Okay, well, never mind. Damien's just blocking the door.
Well, now how can I help you, young lads?
How'd you get all the way over here, old man?
What do you mean? I just walked down the street.
And what are you doing with that lady?
Oh, Kelly and we're old-time lovers.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose you just found her like that, or what's going on with that?
What do you mean, what's going on? She fainted a little bit, I suppose.
And you found her fainted, or did you do something to make her faint?
No, I found her like this.
Insight check.
Okay, roll for insight.
9.
He's clearly lying.
Why did they call it a stealth check? I would have gotten way higher, bro. Yeah, either way, it was a. If they called it a stealth check over here, I don't get why. Hold on. So he's clearly lying. Damien says from the back.
Now you're gonna have to do better than that, old man. Otherwise, I'm cutting your head off.
No, I'm not lying.
Reaches for the sword.
I promise, I'm not lying.
I cast Produce Flame and hold it in my hand.
He just kind of stares at you and repeats, I'm not lying.
Show him the vials, Fenric.
I hold them out in my hand.
Where did you get those?
Do you want me to drag you back to your house so that way you can see where we got it?
You found them in my house?
Well, technically below your house, but yeah.
Vulcan starts counting down from 10. 9, 8, 7, 6.
I didn't do anything.
5.
I didn't.
3.
I don't know how
Well,
they got there.
Vulcan, hold on. I mean, you're not bluffing about cutting his head off, and if he's still insisting he didn't do it, perhaps we ought to peel his fingernails off, one by one.
All right, you take the left hand, I take the right.
Okay. Somebody want to hold him down?
I
You make me disgusted. I will hold you down.
So Harold suddenly drops Kelly just like a sack of potatoes and starts wailing and falls to his knees. She was supposed to be mine. She was always supposed to be mine. The wife never liked her, but I did. I always loved when she came over to babysit the boys. Who knew what she was doing to them?
You just said you two were old lovers.
He was clearly lying about that.
No, yeah, I know that.
I don't know how to make the crazy person respond to that.
All right. All right.
How old is he? Jeez.
Basically, it was all in his head that they were lovers. And all he's saying is she was supposed to be mine. There we go.
As much as I would
She's
like to
pretty young.
torture an old man.
She's pretty young.
So what did you do about it then?
What do you mean, what did I do about it?
She was supposed to be yours, so did you do something about that?
Well,
Did that make you angry?
yes, of course it did.
And did you kill someone in the process?
I might have, but they were rotten boys from the start. Just rotten.
You might have killed boys?
Damien peels off a fingernail.
They were my sons. I killed my sons.
Vulcan punches him to knock him out.
Okay, he's not down.
Cool. Let's go get the coppers. Let's go get my payment.
I'm gonna sit here with the old man, or unless we want to bring the old. Well, no. Would it be better to? Probably wouldn't be good to be carrying an old man to the street.
Shouldn't we sell the Ryan guy?
Yeah, Brian's the one paying us. I think we left him over at Harry's house, the original guy's house.
Okay, whoever wants to go get who, I'm just not leaving this
Oh no,
old man to leave.
he's meandered back to his house.
Did somebody find out where he lives?
Well, his name's Brian, and there's 4 Brian houses on the way in. I'll just knock on each door and we'll get.
Is he not Brian the Third?
So as y'all exit the house, whoever's going, y'all see 3 identical triplets, all dressed in the purple suits. Wow. Ooh. Y'all see 3 identical triplets. And one of them steps out and says, "What's going on? Is everything okay in there?"
Well, yes and no. Which one of you hired us to find a particular killer?
It was me, Brian O'Brien the first, or the fourth.
All right.
What?
We found your guy. It was the dad. Proof is in the basement of his house.
His father. Can you believe that, Brian? No, I can't. How about you, Brian? Can you believe that? All
The other
3
one
of them are
says
called
nothing.
Brian.
I'm so
Brian.
done with these fucking names. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's like you hate yourself a little bit for doing it, but you know what? It was fun. So, yes, and the 3 Brian O'Briens, that's Brian O'Brien the second, Brian O'Brien the third, and Brian O'Brien the fourth, take the old man out of the house, bring him to the cops, tell the coppers everything that transpired, and they come back with your payment.
They just automatically know that they hired this many people because we weren't all there at the same time.
No. The Brian
Bryans.
O'Briens are the ones that are paying, not the coppers.
That's who I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, we weren't all in the conversation with Brian at first.
Yeah, they don't
Well, he
question
just
it.
pays one of them, and then we can all just get the money off of it.
They pay Finrick because
Takes
he was
one way,
the
half a
first one to
dozen
talk to him. And Finrick add like 7 gold to your treasury.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna call his side quest Killer O'Killer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
If
Very easy
anything,
to remember.
we could just title the YouTube episode that.
You know what? It's done. Done. So, yeah. Well, that was the first day of everything. And since y'all solved everything, we're going to end it there for tonight. And thank you everybody that came out and watched the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button on Twitch. And then if you missed anything, you can always go to the YouTube, which I put in the comment section. I'll go ahead and repost that again, just in case you can't see it. But there it is, that YouTube channel for us, Ye Old Underkeep. And we're done for the night.